I want to be able to learn finances. I want to be able to learn how do I impact my life, my family's life, things like that. Teach and education. And so that's a foundation of this meetup that when I've looked at and been to other meetups in the space, I haven't felt like it's there, at least for me personally. I am Adam Rare, for those of you guys that do not know me. I am owner and co-founder of Cherrypick Capital. So we'll talk a little bit about who we are, what we do, and then a little bit of why we started this real estate meetup. Maybe that you guys are aware, but this is the first one that we've done. We're planning to do a monthly event, and I'll kind of touch on why we started this and what you can kind of expect moving forward. But super excited, really appreciate you guys all coming out on this Wednesday night. Really humbled and excited for the opportunity to talk with you guys. So thank you guys all for coming out. Oh, thank you, yeah, all right. A little bit about us. My business partner is in Lincoln, Nebraska. He's expecting a baby here in the next few weeks, otherwise he'd be here with me. But a little bit of background, we're the two managing partners at Cherrypick Capital. He lives in Lincoln, Nebraska for 6 months out of the year, Phoenix, Arizona for the crappy months during Lincoln. He's been investing in real estate for 20 years. He's been involved in over 1,000 transactions. He's got 250 single family and multifamily, and now a self-storage facility with us as well. And then myself here, I live in San Diego. I am a dog dad to Bubba Blue, which I like to call him a sheepa shithead. But love the hell out of the little guy. Been doing real estate investing for the last 7 years. Hit 100 doors this year, and we just bought our first self-storage facility. So a little bit of background about myself. Thank you. And then we were founded, Cherrypick Capital, back in 2021. I'll give you a little history on why we started and a little bit more granularity there. But here's some of the buildings that we've purchased throughout the years. That's the new self-storage facility up there to the top left in Council Bluffs, Iowa. And then some of the apartment complexes. Between my business partner and I, we've done over 32 million in real estate transactions over the last 4 years. So for starters, tomorrow is not promised. It was something that's been ingrained in me at an early age. The idea, and I think a lot in my parents' generation, of you go to work, you work hard, you save, and then you retire, and then you're happy. It doesn't matter what you're doing, just work hard, and you can be unhappy in your job, unhappy with what you're doing, but then you retire and then you're happy. But for me, it was ingrained in me at an early age that tomorrow is not promised. I lost my father at an early age, and because of that, it realized that retirement may not be at 65 for you. You may not make it to 65. And so with that, it gave me this perspective that you got to go out and win and create the life that you want. And real estate has really been that passion, that excitement, and that life that I've wanted to create. And that's what I've wanted to share with everybody here today. And the second story that I have is manifesting dreams. So I wrote in my journal for 8 years about I live at the beach. I live at a house in San Diego at the beach. I walk on the beach every single day. I wrote that. I lived nowhere near the damn beach. I was living in Bay Area for years. I moved down here 3 years ago, and last year I bought my dream house, something that was afforded the opportunity through real estate. And that to me is what I'm communicating, that dream came true for me, and I want it for everybody, whatever that may be, whether that's go manage, go buy your own properties, go invest in a real estate fund like us, but allow you to do what you want to do and manifest your own dreams. And so that's where this starts with me and my why and what I'm communicating to you guys. Why Cherrypick started, why Cherrypick Capital? You know, me and my business partner, we were doing just fine on our own. Why did we open it up? And for starters, it was really to give the opportunity to others, friends, family, others to get in and have the opportunity of what we were going out sourcing, dealing with, all of that. You can't go and buy a share of a property that we're going to go out and pursue on your phone right now. You can't do it. So it's open up the opportunity to others, and instead of being subjected to stock market or others that that you don't realize that you have other opportunities. That was kind of the starting point for us. The second one is 1 + 1 is greater than 2. And so for all you mathematicians out there, you're probably like, oh, Adam, you're a dummy. 1 + 1 to me ends up being us corralling as a gang. So me going out, doing it by myself, somebody else doing it by themselves. They might be able to go fast, but they're not going to go far. And we can collectively be a better team. And so that's kind of the rationale behind Cherrypick Capital, why we started that a couple years ago, and the growth plans there. Next one is kind of in the same vein of why we started this meetup. And it's really to allow for an educational experience. Understanding what Donnell's going to talk about today is super interesting, super exciting, but it's not talked about in school. It's not talked about in these different avenues. And instead, we're subjected to things like, I don't know, Mediterranean history of the 1800s, right? Like, I want to be able to learn finances. I want to be able to learn how do I impact my life, my family's life, things like that. And so that's what I'm excited to present, with Donnell here of teach and education. And so that's a foundation of this meetup that when I've looked at and been to other meetups in the space, I haven't felt like it's there, at least for me personally. The second piece is networking. So like-minded individuals coming together, and really real estate is a team sport. You could be up what you would consider maybe competitors in the space going after similar properties, but the fact is it is a relationship business. And if you can find the right team, you can go and be more successful as a group. And so that's really the other piece of this. And then the last one is really achieving your financial dreams, your goals, whatever you really want to do. I've been helped throughout my career within real estate. I've had some wonderful people to help train me. And that's what I want to be able to be here and help you guys learn some of the things that I've learned and some of the tactics and the things that real estate maybe is not out of touch for people. People, especially within the San Diego market, think, oh, I can't afford that. I can never buy real estate here. Well, we're here to look at the options. There's opportunities there. And I want it to be, if that's a dream of you guys, whether that's go buy your own asset and manage it, awesome. Always here to help and support. You want to go invest in a fund like Cherrypick Capital? Awesome, great. We're here to support you guys. So that's the background. That's the reason why we're here. And that's why we started this meetup. So last couple slides here, just kind of touching on Cherrypick Capital process. So what we do as a real estate investment fund, for those of you that are not aware of what a real estate investment fund is, we pool in outside investment, go buy assets. Historically, we focused on, at least within Cherrypick Capital, within the Midwest based on cash flow and our infrastructure. And we're also targeting the San Diego market. But what we do there, that's where market focus I mentioned here. We've analyzed a ton of different markets nationwide, and we love the Midwest and San Diego for those reasons, cash flow and infrastructure for us. We want to go deep into a market. We don't really want to go wide. Second one here is we go out, we acquire properties. We analyze them, underwrite them. We do that every single week, and we buy less than 1% of what we underwrite. So we are looking at deals constantly and then presenting what we see as great opportunities to the investment community. Third one here, increase value. So we buy a lot of properties that need some love, maybe have some forced appreciation, meaning that we would have some renovations done to the buildings, increase rents. Maybe it's an older ma and pa facility that's not necessarily running it as much as a business anymore. We could bring it up to the 21st century and end up being able to manage that, drop expenses, and improve the net operating income, which in turn improves the investor returns. Next one here, manage long-term. We manage our own facilities. We've had tough experiences with third-party property management, and in the end, they don't love your property like you do. And so we manage all of our own stuff. We even have some on-site property managers on the bigger facilities. And then last one is distributions. We do quarterly distributions based on distributable cash flow. So that's our model, our structure at a 30,000-foot view. Last slide is, what are we doing next? What is Cherrypick Capital? What do we want to go and do? We're excited about the opportunity with the increased interest rates. It's been an interesting real estate market, and we see the interest rates continuing through 2024, and it's going to present a lot of opportunities for us, how we see it. So whether that's seller financing, whether that's people who are getting foreclosed on, all of that is really opening up a lot of opportunities that we're going to go out and pursue. Focus areas, as I mentioned for us before, will be short-term rental in San Diego, and then self-storage is really a primary focus for us right now, and then multifamily has kind of been our background. So that's the brief intro from us here at Cherrypick Capital.